Hey y'all, Josh here today, aka the world's greatest dad, and what we have here is the XCool Cordless 4-in-1 Vacuum. And today we're going to unbox this bad boy, take a detailed close look at it, fully test it out, see if it might be something you need as well. So with that being said, let's get it. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning. When you pick this thing up, it's going to come to you in a box, just like this. Let's get it opened up, see what we're working with. And here's everything that's inside this package, starting with our XCool vacuum, user manual, nice storage bag, 2 different washable HEPA filters, a USB A to USB-C charging cable, and then we've got 8 nice blowing and vacuuming attachments over here. And I spent a few minutes going through the instruction sheet. Everything is pretty well laid out, showing you what's in the box, all the specifications of the unit. And then they go through step-by-step instructions showing you how to use all the different features, including vacuuming, inflating, using the blower, and they also go into cleaning and maintenance, as well as their warranty and after-sales services. As you will see, this does come with a 1-year warranty. Now, before we go any further, I do want to point out that XCool offers 2 different versions of this 4-in-1 cordless vacuum cleaner. The one we have here today is the big dog, baby. This thing comes in with a 90,000 RPM brushless motor, and it's pumping out 16,000 PAs of suction power. Now, if you want to save a few bucks, you can get the smaller version, and what that has is a 75,000 RPM brushless motor, and it's going to be pumping out about 12,000 PAs of suction power. Now, besides the bigger motor and additional suction power, this upgraded version is also going to be a little bit bigger in the hands, weigh a few ounces more, and include 2 additional attachments. Now, besides that, everything else in these 2 is going to be about the same. So now that we got that out of the way, let's take a closer look. Now, this is a super compact unit coming in at just about 7.5 inches tall by 4 inches wide without the vacuum attachment, and about 8.5 inches wide with the vacuum attachment. And when we put it on the scale, it's going to weigh in at 14.2 ounces, so just under a pound. And just to kind of give you an idea how compact this thing really is, we have a 15-ounce coffee mug right here. And as you can see, this isn't much bigger. Now, this thing is considered a quadruple threat because it can vacuum, it can blow, it can inflate, and it can deflate. As we take a little closer look at the unit, you'll see right here we're going to have our power little trigger button to both turn this thing on, off, as well as change the speed settings. Now, on the side here is going to be our power charge, and that's going to tell us how much battery life we have left with these 3 little blinking lights. At the bottom of the unit, you're going to see our USB-C charging port. And then we got 2 sides here. This side right here is going to be used for vacuuming as well as suction. And this side right here is going to be used for blowing or inflating. Now, when it comes to vacuuming, this is going to be our little vacuum reservoir. As you can see, we have our HEPA filter that can easily be taken out, washed, dried, and put back in. Not a ton of space here for a reservoir, so you're going to probably have to empty this thing often. Real simple to put this thing on your vacuum, though. Basically, we'll just go ahead and grab our unit. You'll see this little spot right here. Slide that in till it locks, and now you're ready to go. Now, besides the vacuum opening itself, it also does have 3 separate vacuuming attachments, including this longer suction nozzle and a suction brush head. Now, they also have this nice floor nozzle to kind of get those larger areas as well. And changing this thing from a vacuum to an inflator or deflator is super simple. We're just going to undo our vacuum attachment right there. And then we have these choice of 4 different nozzles, each kind of varying a little bit. For example, this would be good for a small air up thing. This is good for like an air mattress right here. So if I wanted to inflate, I'm going to attach that to the back side, and now this will blow out. If I needed to deflate, I'll go ahead and attach that to the suction side, and now it would suck all the air out. And for blowing tasks that require you to be just a little careful there, you can go ahead and use this long nozzle and this little brush. Now let's go ahead and talk about how you power this thing up as well as change the power settings. Now basically this thing has 3 speeds. It's got an eco speed where this little light here is going to be green. It's got a standard speed where this little light is going to be yellow, and it has a max speed where this little light is going to be red. To turn the unit on, we'll simply do a 3-second hold on our power button. And you'll see by default, we're at green, meaning the eco mode. We hit the button again. We are now in our yellow, which is our medium mode. And one more time, now we are in our max or red. And simply hit the button one more time to turn the unit off. Now before we test this thing out today, I do want to make sure that we have a full charge, and you'll see that the power cord they do give us is going to be just about 2.5 to 3 feet long. And we'll go ahead and plug our USB-C into the bottom of the unit. Now, like most products these days, they don't give you a wall outlet, so you're going to have your own USB-A connection. And when it is charging, the bottom light by the charge port is going to be red. And after the unit is fully charged, that light will turn green. So now it's time to get out there and actually test this bad boy out. Now the company does advertise that using it on eco mode should get you about 38 minutes of runtime. On standard mode, get you 27 minutes of runtime. And on max mode, get you 18 minutes of runtime. Now we're going to be using a combination of these speeds here today. But every time I have this thing running here this afternoon, I'm going to go ahead and use this stopwatch so we can kind of track our activities and our time, and we'll check our power level when we're done. So we'll go ahead and start off our test with some vacuuming. We've got some solid floors here as well as a little carpet area, and we'll probably use a couple of these attachments. And we had about 5.5 minutes of use on that task and got this area all cleaned up. Worked pretty well. Let's go ahead and empty the reservoir. Now we're going to go ahead and do some cleaning here on our mini split, and for this I'm going to use this nice little brush attachment right here. Alright, so we tacked on another 3 minutes. We're at 8.5 minutes now. This thing did a pretty good job at getting in on all the small little nooks and crannies, and I like this little attachment with the brush. Now my initial thoughts after using this thing for a couple projects is just how powerful this thing actually is. And that's because it's powered by a 90,000 RPM brushless motor, and that's going to produce 16,000 PA suction power. Now PA stands for Pascal Pressure Unit, and basically the higher PA, the higher suction power. Now a typical vacuum cleaner is going to run anywhere between 7K and 15K PAs, and this little bad boy is pushing out 16,000. So now we're going to go ahead and take off our vacuum cleaner attachment. We're going to go ahead and grab this little piece right here, turn this thing around, and we're going to go ahead and use the blower to air up a smaller air mattress. And when turned up to the highest setting, this thing pushes out a ton of air, and it didn't take long at all to air this small air mattress up. And let's go ahead and switch out our larger nozzle for this smaller little needle nose here. And we'll do a little inflation of our beach toy. Now let's go ahead and switch our nozzle over to this side, and we'll go ahead and deflate this. Now, one of the things about these is, they kind of got that little lock in there. It makes them harder to deflate, so you can let this air out, but you still got to push on these things and really try to mold them to get everything out. Let's go ahead and see how long it takes us to deflate it with this. Every last bit of air out. Now we can fold this thing up and store it away. And we got one more nozzle we're going to go ahead and test out, and this is for just using this as a blower, and we're going to go ahead and blow out our keyboard right here. Now, I'm feeling pretty good about everything we tested out today. As you can see, we have 13 minutes and 46 seconds of use, but we still got some juice left in this bad boy. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it on. We're going to turn it to the yellow or standard setting, which is the middle setting. And we're going to start our stopwatch and just see how much juice we got left in here. And there we go. At 26 minutes and about 15 seconds, we finally died. And after we get this thing all charged up again, we can simply throw it in our nice little storage bag here, and it's going to be ready to go next time we need it. So there you go. That's pretty much everything you need to know about the XCool 4-in-1 portable vacuum. So to close this video out, here's my 3 takeaways. Number 1, this thing worked as advertised. Not only is it super powerful, but I felt we had decent battery life as well. And number 2, I love the fact that this thing really is multifunctional. Not only did it do a good job handling the vacuuming we did today, but also did the other tasks, including the blowing, inflation, and deflation. And number 3, I love the fact that this thing is just so compact, lightweight, plus they throw in this nice storage case as well. Super easy to just get this thing, put in your storage case, throw it in your car, your office, or wherever else you might need a mini vacuum, and you'll know it'll be ready to go when you need it. And it's for those reasons and more, I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a World's Greatest Dad thumbs up, and I say, go out and get you one. Hey, one more thing before you go. I want to let you know that the XCool company behind this awesome mini vacuum is a big fan of the World's Greatest Dad's in-depth and informational videos. Therefore, about a month ago, they reached out to me and asked me if they could send me this product for video review purposes. Now, with that being said, all the thoughts and opinions expressed in this video were my own, and I always do my best to accurately describe any product I review. Now, I hope this video helped you out. We'll see you next time.